Welcome back, everybody, to what I'm calling it again is the penultimate episode of this series. We're not doing any more. This is the second to last
It's
one.
just gonna existentially, or exponentially rather, keep just like splitting into like more and more parts.
Oh gosh. Oh please.
It circles all the way down.
But yeah, I mean, you guys, everyone who's probably clicked on this knows what we're doing, so we don't need to harp on that. Thank you, Nikki and Gibson, for joining me again. And do you want to say anything before we jump in?
No.
The
Okay.
Tyrannosaurus is bespoke.
True.
Watch last episode.
Of course.
And the Permian is woke. All right.
Of course.
Let's just get started so we don't waste time with Pentaceratops today. I'm gonna put on this because I like this pattern. Yeah. Okay. So spoiler alert. I think this is my favorite ceratopsian in the game. They captured the head shape well, and one thing I like about it is they went for something different. Even though the body isn't perfect, it's very tall set. It gives me moose energy, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's got that cool like arch above its shoulders there, and it generally towers above the other ceratopsians in more of a lanky way, which I very much enjoy. Plus the head shape, like I think I already said, is like spot on with Pentaceratops. I'm giving this one a solid A tier. It also has some really fun skins, and as a ceratopsian fan, I appreciate that they tried something different with this one, because all of the other ones just kind of enter that doughy mammalian category.
Yeah, this is like weird but cool looking. I mean, we've seen so many designs with just rank proportions. And this one has some weird proportions, like the really long legs, and it's got kind of a bison hump happening. So, but I do think I agree with you that it kind of has some moose energy and some like just kind of cool swagger to it, and the head shape's good. I think it's easily the best ceratopsid we've seen so far, and I don't think another one coming up is gonna beat it.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
There's one decent one we haven't gotten to yet, but. Yeah, because our highest ranked ceratopsid so far on our tier list is Qianzhousaurus, and it's only in B tier.
Yeah.
Besides micro whatever it is, Ceratus. Or wait, is that the wrong one?
I guess
What's
Ceratops
the
should
good
be
one?
lower.
The homolocephaly.
Oh, that's a Pachycephalosaur.
That's like
You know, they're all related to each other.
They're all
sure.
marginocephalians. It's fine.
It's fine. Anyway,
bad sit.
yeah, it's funny that I keep getting them the Microceratus and the homolocephaly confused with each other because they're like opposite ends of the list.
Yep.
They are.
Anyhow,
I'm about
yeah,
to, like-
I think this dude's pretty cool looking. I think I will also go like a tentative A tier, because I like this. I like what's happening here.
If this showed
This is
up
a
in a
fun-
movie, I'd want
oh.
a figure of it. Sorry, go ahead.
No. This is a fun overall Pentaceratops design. It's not accurate, but it's really fun. Has some great textures, which is I think that's a pretty good thing to note. Like, look at that. That's really fun.
Yeah, the frill. Looks
Its
really
model's
good.
a little weird. I'm not a big fan of the bison hump, but you're not really usually looking at it from like a left lateral viewpoint. So for me, this is like a low A. Or not even a low A. Like it's just a mid A. Like it's good, and it's actually it's pretty fun ceratopsian. And it's just like not the cream of the crop, but then again, what else do I have to compare to? So
Yeah.
an A tier for me.
And just as a creature design, you can look at it and be like, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Whereas most of the other
Yeah.
ceratopsians, you're
Yeah.
like, why does this look kind of dumpy for an animal with
I feel
massive
like they-
horns?
I feel like they also
This is a
tried.
good example of why,
I feel
like-
that they tried with the feet a little more in this one. Like the tone is still
Yeah.
wrong, but there's more of an emphasis on getting like the feet right, as opposed to like elephant feet slop the other ones.
Yep.
Yeah, this is proof that like the problem with the other Jurassic ceratopsid designs isn't just that they're inaccurate. It's that they're just doughy and ugly looking. Like you can have
Basically.
an inaccurate ceratopsid that works,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the case with this one.
Yep.
I guess I'm gonna make that like a low mid A.
Also, off topic very briefly, but I was just thinking about this the other day, and for Jurassic World Evolution 3, the first game we had single skins. This game we had skin plus pattern. Do you think in the third game we're going to have skin plus 2 patterns to choose from? Because that would be kind of
Absolutely.
Woo!
I expect that to happen. I think
That would be so good, especially for ceratopsids or
Evolution
theriophorans,
3.
like anything with a display structure.
Yep.
Evolution 3, please come out this year. Please. Summer Game Fest is coming up. Please put a trailer. I'm going to lose my mind. I need all the... There's like 6 million things for Dinosaur Media that are coming out this year. Please, JWE3, please.
Please. Speaking of please, Plesiosaurus.
For the love of God.
I have no feelings towards this. I'm just gonna say it. I'm not offended. I also don't really care about it. I like the Elasmosaurus and the Attenborosaurus way better. I mean, the larger snake-like scales on the face are kind of fun, and I kind of like the mosaic pattern of the scales when you zoom in. But the biggest thing for me, though, that kind of ruins the face is it should have its teeth exposed. Why do we add lips to a plesiosaur? That's just
But not a bunch of the theropods.
Yeah, but
that's what I was saying.
I'm giving this
priorities.
I'm giving this one a low, just a mid to low C tier. I really don't care about it.
Ooh. Yeah, I have to admit, like, when I first looked at it, I was just like, okay, it's a plesiosaur. And then you zoomed in and I saw the snake scales on the head, and, like, part of me was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And the other part of me was like, ugh.
Head on looks horrible. Oh, my goodness.
I like the idea of it, like, especially as a big, like, snake fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's strange. And I think you really hit the nail on the head with just the fact that it has lips is, like, just so off-putting for a plesiosaur.
It's so gross.
It's really gross.
Yeah, damn, I kind of want to like this one, but I don't. I think I'm gonna go a low C tier.
Yeah.
I'll give it like a high C. Like, if I'm using a Seaway exhibit, I occasionally use it, but like other than that, it's just like okay. I just like okay. You're almost there. Like it's good. It's good from like the head down is like actually pretty great. It's just the face that ruins it.
Yeah.
Also,
all right, I'm putting him just above Mr. Bone Rings.
Also,
oh gosh,
the patterns are kind of dog. I am gonna lie.
Yeah, the patterns are bad.
They don't do much.
There's a pattern?
Yeah, it's just that strip on the back.
Yeah, that's
very
that's sad.
I really better without a pattern. Yeah.
Maybe it looks a little.
Is it like a black?
I think that's why I picked this one. Is this one has like a slight iridescence to it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun, but anyways.
Yeah.
Polacanthus. Yeah.
Were you scared of him?
It's just Papopolacanthus lore.
Oh gosh, wait. Make him purple.
Yes, make him purple.
Oh wait, that kind of was it for a second.
Purple? Can I make him even purpler?
No, kind of.
Nah, that's as purple.
I think that's the best you can.
Ooh, that's a pretty,
that's
like
pretty
approximately accurate shade of purple for the Papo figure.
Here he comes, Gibson.
Oh, his dopey little run.
See, like Polacanthus, I feel like I don't really care about it that much as just like compared to other ankylosaurids, but it's pretty cool that this thing just had like this massive plate of bone over its hips. And if I remember correctly, from once again, shout out to the Skeleton Cruise episode on this, there should not be spines on the sides of the sacral shield. Like it should just cut off.
Yeah, I don't.
This point.
It doesn't look right.
Yeah, it doesn't look right to me either. And then I also don't think the head looks that great. It's like not bad, but there's something about it that I don't like in conjunction with the body. I really don't care about this one that much. I never use it. I'm just gonna go low C tier again for this one.
Oh, okay.
That's
harsh.
Does feel a little harsh. This one is, this is yet another Theriophorian design from this game that I'm just struggling to have an opinion on. Because a lot of them are just extremely average. I mean, overall, it's a pretty decent Polacanthus, not a great Polacanthus. I don't know that I have any more to say about it. I think I'm gonna go a high C tier for this one because I think he's okay.
Okay.
I think it's a respectful design. It doesn't offend me. It's like almost an A tier for me, or like a high B, but it just feels a little like, I don't know, something doesn't like quite click with me. Especially with some of the inaccuracies. I'll get like a mid-low B.
Put him at like the bottom of B, I guess, or the top of C, somewhere around there.
We're going fast. Okay, period. I wasn't expecting this.
Proceratosaurus.
Personally, I'm sorry to everyone, but I am anti-Ceratosaurus, so I just can't support this
Oh,
animal.
okay.
All right, somebody ban him, please. Now I actually quite enjoyed this.
Proceratosaurus, by the way.
Oh yeah, Proceratosaurus, Eric.
Proceratosaurus.
Jesus.
I got burned by it.
You just blew out the man's car speaker. He's probably like at a traffic light somewhere, and the person next to him just hears like a faint murmuring, and then
a pile up on the highway thanks to SpinoDude reviews. Now,
yeah, Marvin. Yeah. How big is this wreck? Let's use our trusty flexi ruler.
Oh gosh, that's a deep cut.
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing the cops with the little blue flexi ruler trying to like measure out the damage somehow.
Thank you, Marvin. Actually,
thank you, Marvin.
The judge.
Oh gosh. Anyways, professional Ceratosaurus.
Oh god. Look it up.
I feel like I didn't like this one when it first launched, but it kind of grew on me a tiny bit. I think it's got like, it feels like a middle ground between the Velociraptor and the Compsognathus in terms of like proportioning, which I kind of enjoy. It has its own sort of size slot in the game. I think my big thing is I wish the crest was a little bit bigger and more in line with like the BOTM one, just so it had a bit more of that differentiation. Although I wouldn't complain as much because this is kind of a unique representation of it, and we do only have the base of Proceratosaurus's crest, so they can do whatever they want with it at the end of the day. But I wish Guanlong was in the game, and that's not just me being a Guanlong simp. Like, I feel like these little crested Tyrannosaurs, like, having at least 2 or 3 to pick from with different shaped crests would be really nice. But in Guanlong, I'm surprised hasn't made it in. I feel like it's well known enough that it's...
I'm surprised Procerat got in first.
Well, this is a book dinosaur, so that's why.
Oh, okay.
It was mentioned in the...
Or Tetrasaurus, then.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I quite enjoy it. It holds its hands correctly. It's a little wiggly. I think I would have given it a bird pupil still. I don't like the slit eyes, but its skins are really pretty. You've got whole rainbow spectrum here with really nice patterning to choose from. I'm giving this one just a solid like low A tier. I use it a lot for what it is. And I pass to you.
Ooh.
I'm not really a big fan of this one. It's very wiggly and lizardy. The slit pupils don't help. The head doesn't help. I'm not a professional at Proceratosaurus. I'm so sorry. I'm not a Proceratosaurus like expert, so I couldn't tell you in specific what's wrong with the head, if much of anything. But it just doesn't look very attractive, and it doesn't speak early Tyrannosaur head to me. It looks very like 90s raptor, I guess, which I suppose is not ill-fitting for a Jurassic design, but yeah, I don't know. This one just it's kind of it just has very strong like sickly reptilian vibes. I'm assuming this was added maybe before feathers were even in the game, so I won't be too harsh on it for that.
This is a JWE1 dinosaur.
Yeah. Okay. Checks out. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just I think I can just summarize my thoughts as lizard. I think I'll give it like just a solid B tier.
Okay.
I I actually like it for the reasons that Gibson doesn't like it. It gives like a very much like a dinosaur like Renaissance kind of vibe to it, where it's like this like, oh, it's a lizard but it's fast and agile.
I can see
It has
that.
really fun like just like bird-like colors, and it's just like overall really pretty. Like I'm a really big fan of this critter. I use it because sometimes I forget that either I forget Monolithosaurus is in the game, and I think Proceratosaurus is in the game, or the inverse. And this is way better than the Monolithosaurus. So
I will agree with that.
Yep.
I think this is a good A tier design. If it had feathers, it'd be like really really cool and S tier, but like otherwise, it's just like eh. And the slip people is not fun. I dislike the slip people.
And also, its toe is broken on the rig right now for some reason. Its outer toe on each foot.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's fun.
So what, to get a B and a low A and an A or something?
Yeah.
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 So like a low A.
Ooh, A tier is now officially 3 rows. Our
Ooh.
Oh
first
gosh.
tier to be 3 rows.
Well, we're not going to be adding to it with the next one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's so heinous.
Okay.
Pteranodon.
Pteranodon. Yes, Eric. Pteranodon.
Pteranodon.
Can you say Pteranodon?
Can you say pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl?
I have kind of a hot take with this design.
What?
If it had a crest, I would like it a lot more. I understand what they were going for.
Is that a hot take for a Pteranodon design?
Well, I do know that they actually spiritually put some effort in, and that because all the animals are supposed to be female, at least the ones bred for the parks, these were supposed to be female pteranodons, which have smaller crests in the fossil record. So that's why they removed it. But
This is such a small crest. This is like a Petrie from Land Before Time little dinky crest.
yeah, it's really small. And actually, Nikki, could you look up like some diagrams of the sexual dimorphism in Pteranodon? Because I'm curious. It's been a while since I've looked at them, like how big the female crest actually was.
I think it's very big. Sexual dimorphism in Pteranodon. Continue.
Anyways, I think the one thing I appreciate about this design, well, spoiler alert, we have 2 designs to go over, but that I just appreciate about this design versus the other one from the series is its beak is sharp and doesn't have teeth in it. And
That's a good start.
that's a good start for the thing that's literally named Toothless Wing.
Unfortunately, it appears, at least judging by the toys for Rebirth, that we're getting a Pteranodon in that movie that has teeth again, which is unfortunate.
Aw.
Yeah. Also, I just sent some images.
Imagine the
Okay, well-
existential horror of being a toothless animal having teeth like surgically added to your mouth.
It
Okay,
always
so-
looks wrong.
The size of the nub is actually more in line with this model than I was picturing.
That's
in
what,
my head.
yeah.
It actually is. I think it's mostly just a shape issue.
Yeah,
like it
it's
looks
not-
like
Yeah.
Petrie's little like
it
rat
feels
tail
less
crest.
like it feels less like a female's crest and more like a shrunken down male's crest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, it looks like they've taken a Photoshop and just shrunk it and then did nothing else to it.
Yeah.
Because it kind of like built up to like a big crest and then it's just like tiny.
Yeah, because the size is not wholly inappropriate. It's just like way too like narrow and
It's
conical.
weird shaped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's very weirdly shaped. Yeah, my other hot take with this design is I like, once again, spiritually what they were doing with sort of like this keratin mask around the face. Feels like if it was put on a proper skull and executed in a better way, it could look really cool on a better design, but it just makes it look really emaciated on this model.
Yeah. And just crunchy.
Yeah, and then if I pause quickly, hold on, stop animations. There we go. The wings are so veiny and bat, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
And also
The back is killing me. Oh my
back is
god, it
just-
looks like it's covered in warts.
it's covered in
It
fungus.
looks like Anakin Skywalker circa right after the Battle of Mustafar.
It does.
Like,
it really does.
It's so crinkly and weird.
It's like irradiated. Ugh.
But But yeah, I mean, I never used this design when the other one exists in the game, which we'll get to in a second. Just middle of D tier for me for this one. I feel like it has some redeeming qualities as far as improvements of the prior Pteranodon design, but then it just made itself a lot worse in other ways.
Yeah, as David said, like, this one has certain things that are spiritually or conceptually kind of respectable, trying to represent some cool sexual dimorphism, technically doing the beak better, some keratin stuff, I guess. But it's all completely counteracted by the fact that this design is just plain and simple butt-ass ugly. I mean, just heinous to look at. The green does it no favors.
It doesn't.
This is just an easy, just middle of D tier for me. Like, this is just the most D tier thing I've ever seen. It's so gross.
This Pteranodon is. Oh, when it opens his mouth, it just looks wrong.
Wait. Does it have teeth in there? Hold on. I might have to knock at points.
Oh no!
Oh no! I think.
No!
No, I think those are goose ridges, like on goose tongues, or they're trying to do something like some bird mouths have.
That's still honestly
That's
worse.
still
I'm gonna be so
weird.
forward.
That is very weird.
Oh,
at least it's not.
It's a mouth. Look at this mouth. Hold on. Put it in the exact position. I need to take a screenshot of it. Oh my goodness.
POV your Zara on Main Street.
POV, you're the writer's least favorite side character for no reason.
I never understood why people really didn't like that scene. Whatever.
I appreciated just a shocking, not to get on this side tangent, but just a shocking random death in one of these movies that wasn't like a protagonist that was obviously fodder or obviously villain guy that's gonna get eaten at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, this critter is it's not even a critter. It's like a heinous beast from the depths of Hades.
A demon.
This is, yeah.
It is.
Bottom of D. I mean, like, yeah. Oh my god, that green like made it like so hideous.
It looks.
I'm putting it above the Baryonyx and beneath the Ankylodocus.
That is a placement.
Hey, now it looks like puke. There we go.
There we go. Straight vomit.
It's giving Rodan in all the wrong ways.
Yep.
Like, it
kind of does.
Honestly, I'd rather have Rodan from the MonsterVerse as my Pteranodon in the world movies.
Oh, just
honestly,
full on, yeah.
Honestly.
Anyways, let's look at a much more visually pleasing design.
The better Pteranodon.
Oh,
put on the movie
thank
skin.
Goodness.
Actually, I really like the Frontier skins as opposed to this design. Personally, I prefer the actual Frontier skins.
Oh yeah.
There's a blue one that's just stunning.
Yeah, I'll move to those in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this thing, which I'll just start on this thing gave me nightmares from the movie as a kid. Like, it was that scene of it walking on the bridge, like with its little scrungly like man torso and walking through the fog, and it's
scrungly man torso. Nothing gives me nightmares like a scrungly man torso.
That's what it looks like. It's got like pecs, dude, and it's got like the weird.
Well, that's how pterosaurs.
It's just a torso.
It's so. I don't know. It was so scary in that context, and just the shape of its crest coming out of the fog really frightened me as a child. This color scheme also like is not too vibrant, but it kind of slaps. There's something about the pale yellows with the red on the neck and the darker tones that's just really nice. And let's address the elephant in the room. This would be so much better without all the stupid needle teeth. This thing looks way cool enough on its own as a Jurassic Pteranodon. Like, just get rid of the teeth. But whatever. I mean, you don't notice them most of the time, I suppose, but it's just ironic that the animal literally named for being toothless had teeth put in its mouth. But yeah.
And then again, you know who has teeth? Toothless.
I can't fault.
Yeah.
I'm an intellectual. You're welcome.
And yeah, Frontier did an update where they added your own customizable skins for this body variant. Thank you, so I can actually have Pteranodon in my park now. that looks decent. Because I mean, look at this. These skins kind of slap. Let me put them in a landed pose so you can actually appreciate
They look
the patterns.
beautiful.
Yeah,
They're
really
so pretty. I love the blue ones. Oh, look at that! That's so good.
Yeah, that's really good. This is still a solid A tier for me. It's just aesthetic pleasure for me, especially with the frontier skins with that variety added. It's very nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting coming back to this design. This is a design I don't know if I've ever really analyzed before. I think the scene in Jurassic Park 3, for Jurassic Park 3 generally being just a very, like, mediocre B movie with too big of a budget, more than a Jurassic sequel, that scene of the Pteranodons coming out of the fog is actually probably the coolest, most, like, artistic thing in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The design itself, out of context, is not the best thing ever. It's not a super accurate Pteranodon. I mean, the head shape and the head size are wrong, and the teeth are bizarre, but it's also not, like, horrible. It's very 90s looking. I think I'll give this one I'm still fond of this design. It's pretty classic. I'll give it a solid B tier.
Sure.
A quick note before I give my ranking. I love that Frontier forgot to add this design when they launched the game for JWE2.
Yeah. They just fully omitted it.
It's so funny. It's funny because it was in the trailer for the game, and people were like, I think they tagged them on Twitter, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna add that thing, and then they added it. Yep. It's really funny. They just forgot.
I think they were literally just kind of like,
Frontier
whoops.
kind of forgot about the Pteranodon design.
They did. It was just the Frontier one.
Yeah.
Which is, but yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not a very good Pteranodon, but like, I don't know, it's fun. I'm kind of gives it Okapi actually a little bit. Yeah. That's actually a pretty fun color scheme.
Don't go back to that one.
Thing on my screen. I give it a low A tier. I think it's a really fun Pteranodon design. I love the blue colors the most because I like blue. I have no more articulate thought than the blue one. Like, that's so delicious.
This one makes me think of the Lost World Geo Sternbergia concept art.
Absolutely. Very pretty.
Yeah.
That's going to be a low A for me.
Cool. I think that's about where it lands then.
Oh, Gibson.
It's Mickey!
It's Mickey. We named him Mickey.
I don't remember why, I'll be honest.
I think it's because you said he looked like somebody who would try to sell you something illegal.
We did call this thing a crackhead numerous times.
We did.
And I guess Mickey just sounds like a crackhead's name, so...
I mean, no offense to any Mickeys listening, but we also spelled it
I'm so sorry if you're a Mickey listening to this.
We also spelled it Mickey with 2 E's at the end, if that helps, so we tried to make it like...
We tried to give it the most, like, hillbilly-ass spelling possible.
Mikkee.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep.
Mickey.
This is an example of a design that's just kind of ruined for me with one very small thing, and that is the placement of the eye. Why is the eyebrow ridge all the way, like, up here in the back, and why is the eye way down here and, like, tilted forwards? Like, could we not have just shifted it up there and made it look like a raptor, a Jurassic Park raptor with feathers, which was what we expected?
What is with, like, the Pyroraptor? This is the Pyroraptor, by the way. The Pyroraptor and the Microceratus. Like, what is with Dominion designs and just pushing the eyeball too far forward for no reason?
Well, also the mouth goes way too far back.
Yeah, and the jawline is horrendous.
And the teeth go all the way back, too.
Do they really? Oh, that's so gross.
It's so gross.
I mean, honestly, the people who designed this worked on the Dark Crystal. The people who made the puppets for this, so that might have something to do with it. Because I'm pretty sure the animatronics were designed before the CG models, were they not?
Yeah, I think.
I don't know.
I think so.
The animatronic for this thing is the absolute worst it ever looked
It's
at.
so
I remember seeing the
bad.
leaked pictures of the animatronic head for this one, and it's just god awful.
It looks
It's
like
so bad.
it bathed in a McDonald's French fry like oil basin, like
In the deep fryer.
in the deep
like,
fryer. Yeah, it looks,
That is specific.
it does. Its feathers are all oily and it's all shiny. It's so gross looking. Anyways, that being said, I do think if you scooch the eye up, that would help this design a lot. But one thing that this design making it into this game helped out with my opinion on this is I think they chose one of the worst color palettes for it, especially for it being in an Antarctic environment. Whenever I use these, I do this. Even if you remove the pattern, the white looks so much better. So much better.
I really hate the ones that match that are like different from like the skin color. It looks like he's wearing like a weird like poncho, like, or a sweater.
I can kind of see
Yeah, well, what is really highlighting is
See,
that
that's cool,
the,
but, like,
the
it's
way
not-
the feathers cut off on the back of the head is really weird. Like, he's got, like, mutton chops, sort of.
he does.
Yeah.
But the feathers
Oh
don't go on
gosh,
the
the
face.
purple one.
Whoops.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll
Oh.
put it on that one since. But yeah, it looks pretty good.
The purple, that purple skin is so saturated.
That was
It
so-
is. But yeah, and then I think the pattern choices also help just like hide the fact
Ooh,
that
yes.
this eye is not where it should be. I mean, this is my like go-to skin.
That's
when
a
I put
fun
in
one.
Snowy biomes. The frontier skins help a lot, but it still doesn't hide the fact that there's some weirdness going on with this guy.
Oh, God. Thank you, Google Images. He's in
What?
the bushes.
Hold on.
Oh gosh, look at him. Actually, it looks kind of better there than it does in the game, I think. Even this kind of weird angle. I mean, the eye is
It's
definitely
because the
in worst
shadow is
place.
hiding the face.
It's just a thing again where, oh, it looks better because it's being blocked.
Yeah, it looks better because we can't
The
see
classic, it looks good if I can't see it.
Basically.
it. I think one of my other favorite combos was just like
Ooh.
blue.
Pretty simpy.
I use this one quite a bit with the brighter colors and the patterns in the game. I was with the frontier skins. I don't find it inherently offensive, but I also still don't think it's great. I'm gonna give this one bottom of B tier, all things included. So it is nice at any capacity having a feathered dromaeosaur in the game, which there's another one, but we'll get to
Hey,
that.
There's a
another
much
one
better
that's
choice.
unimaginably better than this.
Yep. Actually,
Yeah, so
top of C tier.
Top of C
Top of C
tier.
tier.
Yeah, I mean, so this design is kind of conflicting even for me, and I'm a
Ooh,
big
that's fun.
Jurassic World Pyroraptor hater. But I have to admit that, like, if you cut off the head, it's a not perfect but surprisingly respectable feathered dromaeosaur design, like all things considered.
That runs
But then the head is just so bad. The jawline and the mouth and the teeth going so far back, and just like it looks like just this goofy monster head, and not even a cool or attractive monster head, like just this ugly face on an otherwise like decent looking raptor.
In that position of the head on and reaching out.
Come to me, my child.
We've come to contact you about your car's extended warranty.
You can save 15% or more with coupon code SpinoDude.
It's giving that picture of Uncle Sam where he's pointing it at the person.
We
That's
need
just-
you to fix the animatronics in our movie. Yeah, this thing is... I'm gonna go... You went top of C tier. I'm going about just one down. I'm going top of D tier, because I do not like it. Like, I have to give a little nod to the body being mostly fine, but the head is almost more of an insult to me because it actually has some nice feathering. Oh, and well, okay, in that position, it really gives away how bad the wings are with the
Look
them
how
just being
bad
able to
the wings are.
detach
Oh
from
my
the
goodness.
hands.
The sleeve is crazy.
The sleeve, yeah.
It is a sleeve.
Yeah, I don't like this thing at all. Like, the game and the other skins definitely, like, put a little bit of, like, they make it a bit better, but it's a total, like, lipstick on a pig situation. It's still...
It is.
It's still the same dude underneath, and I don't like him.
This is a high C are the very bottom of B, like the bottomest of B you can be. Uh, uh, I like that stupid animation. Like I felt a little bit of joy looking at him when he pointed at me. I don't know. Oh gosh, look at him. What a critter.
Wow, really getting into the armpit there. He really does point at you for an extended period of time.
He does.
Well, I wonder why he does that. Anyways, yeah, no, great skins mostly. I just hate the head. It has the stupid mohawk. It looks like a Skeksis, or I think that's not, I say it differently, but it looks like a Skeksis. Its jawline is abhorrent. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like the hands and the wings are one of my worst, are like my least favorite parts of this thing. Because look at them, just zoom in on them. They're attached so weirdly. It looks like a poncho.
It's the classic wrist wing, which is such an outdated paleo art trope.
Also, if you make it just like purple with no pattern, it looks like that's one of the ugliest skins in this game.
It's so much.
It looks like a guy in a suit.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh, the green is worse. I think like the bright green. No, that one.
I want to give points for vibrant skins, but they look almost deep fried. They're so vibrant. They're not good.
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable in the presence of this thing. Oh my gosh, look at him. Oh, the run head on. Oh my goodness.
The run's actually not that bad compared to the other smaller dinos.
It's not, but from head on, it's just kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, from head on, they're all pretty funny.
Oh, you can really tell how the eyes are just not in the right place from head on. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh,
that looks so wrong.
Wait, do you think that's
bad.
why they shifted them down? As someone looked at the puppet from the front and was like, this thing couldn't see from the front, not knowing how bird and reptile anatomy works.
Oh, they give it binocular vision.
Maybe.
I would not be surprised.
I hate to, just to harp on the head even more. I hate just the overall, contour of the top of it, the crest, kind of over the, fenestre and then over the orbit. It's amazing how inaccurate but very attractive looking the classic JP Velociraptor head is, and then you just have this.
Mm.
It's insightfully gross.
Insightfully gross. That's a good way to
I think that sums this one up.
Anyways,
creatively bad.
We have a cool one next.
Qianzhousaurus, or Qianzhousaurus, or Qianzhousaurus, or Qianzhousaurus. Qianzhousaurus. However you pronounce
it.
My least favorite one I've ever heard in my life, Qianzhousaurus.
I hate that.
Or
it sounds so almost racist.
Or I think Qianzhousaurus, as Chris K.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. That's bad.
Quinchachu?
I think he said
You're
Quinchachu
adding a
once.
syllable.
Yeah. This is one of my personal favorites.
Where is the chachu in there? Anyway.
This is one of my favorite Tyrannosaur genuses. I think it also just has a really fun name. How many dinos do you get with a Q and a Z in the same name?
Seriously.
It's got such a satisfying what's the word? It's got such satisfying anatomy to it, and especially the shape of its head and everything I've always been fond of. And Prehistoric Planet really cemented that for me with one of my favorite sequences in the whole show. And this design, I feel like this is a great Jurassic Parkification of Qianzhousaurus. It feels like the real animal is underneath all of this extra little bobbly bits they put on top. The spiky eyebrows are fun. These little weird little dragon-like wrinkles and spines going back are kind of fun. And overall, this thing just gives Chinese dragon, which is really cool.
Yes.
I use this one all the time. I love it. I also like its really deep kind of borderline. What's the word for the deep sounds that T-Rex makes? I'm having a brain fart.
Infrasound?
Infrasound, thank you. It has very low, almost infrasonic vocalization styles in the game sometimes.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I love it. I'm giving this one just a really solid, like, high A tier. I use it all the time. I just think it's very aesthetically pleasing while still... You can look at it and be like, this is supposed to be a Qianzhousaurus in Jurassic Park.
So, yeah. So as David said, Qianzhousaurus is just awesome. It has such a cool head shape, and it's just a really cool, unique Tyrannosaur. And I looked up this design on Google, like, several weeks ago now, as we had, I think maybe after we shot, like, the second episode of this. Mm-hmm. And I was just shot, yeah. There's a whole visual thing that you guys just will never know about. Anyway,
I'm actually in their rooms right now. And not even like in the rooms like one at a time, like together. Like I could split myself into their rooms.
Imagine the plot twist of this is that we recorded these all in the same room together.
Yes.
and somehow our audio all sounds so different.
We could have used the same good microphone, but we just wanted to bamboozle you.
Yeah. I have a really bad one for just for the bit. Just for the bit.
I own more than enough mics for us, and I have a 4-channel interface here, but we just thought it was funner to record Nikki's audio through a tin can.
Basically.
But anyway, getting back to this design, I was reminded, like, I remembered thinking this design was cool, but, like, kind of weird, and when I saw it again, I was just, like, instantly in love with it and shocked at how much I like it. Like, it's got kind of big feet. The head is kind of too bulky and too wide, and it's got, like, extra spiky bits. It looks like a very, like, cartoonized exaggeration of a Qianzhousaurus, but, like, just a really cool-looking one. The spikes and the huge crests, like, as David said, it's really giving, like, a dragon's kind of appearance. Specifically, this thing looks so much like the House of the Dragon Caraxes design, and it just looks absolutely sick. Yeah, I kind of love this thing. I think I'm gonna give it a very low S tier.
Oh wow!
It's by no means a perfect Qianzhousaurus, but it captures Qianzhousaurus very well, and I just think it looks absolutely awesome. I just adore this one.
I agree with that.
What the hell? Sure, I'm gonna give it a high A tier. You know what? No. Like, I feel like if it had, like, a better head and, like, less kind of weird schleiky proportions, then I think I would give it a higher rating. But just, like, it's a good design. I have nostalgia for when it was revealed in its species profile. And I think I was actually messaging you, David. Because I remember the species profiles. The species profiles back then were alternating between pterosaur and non-pterosaur. And I was predicting it to be pterosaur again. I think I said I'd post a picture of a tree if it was a pterosaur or something.
Oh,
and then it was Qianzhousaurus. And then it ended up being this design. I was like, yes. No, it's a fun design. I don't use it as much as I think I would do, but I don't know. Really great stuff. I'm gonna give it a high A tier because there's a better Tyrannosaur design in this game that we'll get to. So yeah, cool beans. Love this guy.
Hell yeah.
Great design. I think this is another one. If they made an action figure for the Hammond collection, I would be all over it because it just looks cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, we have an interesting assortment of animals coming up. Oh my goodness.
We do. Is that a good movie design from the sequel trilogy?
Yeah, this is a design that actually low key or high key slaps from the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Quetzalcoatlus, for anyone listening. And
Quetzalcoatlus.
This design made me happy, and I think it's literally just a Quetzalcoatlus. Like, I feel like this thing could have walked out of some paleo art and looked like this, and no one would have batted an eye. Really nice colors too. I like the sort of almost, I'd call this like a pearlescent gray because there's some white in there that kind of gives it a sheen on the feathers.
Yeah.
And you've got the black, and I like how the feathers kind of go down over the crest on the head, and you've got that bright blue crest against the gold beak. It's a really nice kind of simple palette, and then you've got some pinkish on the wing membranes there. Gorgeous design. I wish it wasn't Rodin sized, and I wish it had a better scene in the movie because it was totally wasted. And I mean, if you guys want to hate me again too, I also quite enjoy the new Quetzalcoatlus design. It's growing on me a lot from the new movie.
It's actually growing on
I
me
think
too.
it looks fine.
Yeah,
Like, it's weird, like it's a fictional Asdarkid, but if I just think of it as such, it's fine.
Okay, yeah, well,
It's
there we
fine.
go.
It's
Which,
fine.
I mean, like, I'm sort of thinking of this as, like, this is the... Oh, why did...
Oh,
we're good.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh,
It's breaking the game.
it's fine.
It's fine. I sort of think of this as, like, obviously the world and park trilogies have their own design philosophy with dinosaurs, and I'm like, this is the one that was cloned in the world era that looks closer to what actual Quetzalcoatlus was, and the one, obviously, from the Island of Misfit Dinosaurs looks a little anatomically janky in some areas, but I think one thing about that design is I just think it looks cool as a monster design. Like
It looks pretty cool.
So I'm excited to see what they do with it, and please, Gareth Edwards, I'm trusting you. Please put a cool Asdarkid scene of them, like, hunting on the ground in a Jurassic movie. I'm begging you, because stop making them the size of kaiju and making them take down planes and everything.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried it's just gonna show up in the temple and that's it.
I am too, unfortunately, but
Actually, there is a set photo of a downed helicopter. So, maybe these guys do it. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I will say, Googling it again, I like the Rebirth one a little less than I remember. The head's a little buffuglier than I remembered, but I still think it's kind of neat.
There's one shot of it. Hold on. You can go ahead and rank this. I'm going to find this shot. The Rebirth.
I think I would like it better if they just committed to calling that one Hatzegopteryx in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would like it better if the, like, spiky crest thing on the nose became more of a full-on hornbill cast and didn't just, like, peter out into a tiny little point.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I think it's my biggest issue with it.
Anyways, I mean, obviously from what you've been hearing, I've been praising just the movie design alone, skin and everything included. I like that the head is appropriately massive on this design, and then the skins absolutely slap that Frontier gave it here. Tons of vibrancy, especially for it being the biggest flying creature in the game currently. This is a low S. They're just a straight S tier for me. No, Pachyrhinosaurus, go away.
Go away. You're not a straight S tier.
You're not. Yeah, this is a straight S tier for me. I think it's just It's also more appropriately sized. I think it's still a bit too big in this game, just because the scaling is a bit weird compared to humans in this game. But it's way more appropriately sized than it was in the movies, and it's just a great representation of the animal. It's got some weird sitting animations, though. But whatever.
Yeah, the one, like, it's sleeping animation it does, where it just kind of, like, breaks its neck.
It folds its neck down, like, it tucks its beak like that and then folds the base of its neck down back, so it just kind of like
breaks it
looks,
so much.
It sleeps like a goose. It's weird.
It's
weird. That doesn't work at all.
It doesn't. But anyways, yeah.
Do you realize how immobile Asdarkid neck vertebrae were? But yeah, well, not immobile. You know what I mean. They're all big.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a solid Quetzalcoatlus. I will say that, like, I'm pretty sure the head should still be, like, even bigger and the wings should be smaller. Like, it still looks like it's got too much body to head and neck. But it's, you know, it's it could be worse. And other than that, it's a solid Quetz. I don't think I have anything really to say about it. I think it's like I'll just give it a solid A tier because it's good.
Sure.
I'm trying to find an image of the Rebirth cats. They released, like, the other day, and it looks really. It's here it is. Here it is.
Is it the one from the magazine cover?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not actually.
Oh.
It's the one where it's in the temple. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen this one. There's the magazine cover was my favorite look at it. I think just the model fidelity.
This is the shot I was talking about.
Oh, that's cool. What?
I think it looks really sick there.
That looks cool in the temple. I like that.
Yeah, it looks neat.
Yeah. Anyways, this design is really fun. Great Asdarkid design. I actually really like the patterns and skins for the Frontier design are wonderful. I just kind of love the simplicity. of the movie skin. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, no, it's just Quetzalcoatlus, and it's like, oh yeah, the blue, yellow, white, great triadic colors, good to pick, and it works really well. Yeah, this is going to be a. I guess S tier design. The size kind of makes or breaks it for me. It really, it's just way too big. Gibson, I don't know if you're familiar with just how like awkward this looks in aviaries. It is ridiculous looking.
I forgot to mention.
It looks really bad.
The aviaries are not big vertically.
I think its wingspan is one entire like single aviary. It's bad.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really bad. And for that, I have to give it like the top, like the peak of A tier.
Okay.
For me. It's also
That's
better as
about
Dark
where it
Becoming.
will end up. Oh, beautiful, epic.
So we have such an unidentifiable animal right here before we get to
speed through.
Oh gosh, he looks so depressed.
Yeah. This is this is my spirit dinosaur.
Oh gosh.
I don't have much to say about this one. I mean, it's just kind of Sauropelta. It's got the big shoulder spines.
It's just kind of Sauropelta.
It's
not Sauropelta. It's just kind of.
Yeah. It's got that appropriate like Jar Jar Binks-ish head. Like if you look at Sauropelta's head, it kind of gives Jar Jar Binks. And they kind of captured the shape here.
I can see it.
I don't really use this one too much, even though like when I think of Nodosaurids or just any Ankylosaurids in my head, I'm like, oh, Sauropelta's one of the cool ones because it's got the big shoulder spines. Its skins are actually quite nice compared to what it had in the first game. I think pattern-wise, it definitely suffers. There's not much you can do here. There's like one super dark contrasty pattern with this one.
That's actually really nice looking.
It is nice looking, but there's not a ton of skins that match it. I guess that yellow looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm very much just unoffended by this. I think it's a fine Sauropelta. I'm just gonna give it a low B tier.
Yeah, I think it's oh goodness gracious. It's a Sauropelta. It's honestly one of the better Ankylosaurs we've seen thus far. At least one of the better Nodosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give this one a high B tier.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an A tier. I think it's a really cute little Sauropelta. That's a bad sit. Oh my goodness.
What?
That is
That's a really
doing.
It's almost correct. It just bends its leg like that for no reason.
Yeah, it should be out like that one.
It's doing a little push-up.
That's actually kind of cute when it does the push-up.
It's something.
Okay. It spent so much effort into it. And then just... bloop. That's an A tier design for me. A low A tier, but I think it's a mid A tier. It's a fun Ankylosaur, I guess. How many more of these Nodosaurs do you have to... I think it's the last one.
That should be the last one.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yep.
Of real animals,
Thank
I think.
goodness.
Okay, we're finally through, like...
And we only got a couple Stegosaurs left, too. We're almost done with the Theriophorans slop.
Presenting the final hybrid in the game, Scorpios Rex.
This is not the final hybrid.
This is not the final hybrid.
Never mind. The final canon hybrid in the game.
There you go.
That's
true.
Alright, so when I first saw the leaks for this one, I was like, alright, they need to stop.
By the way, Eric, this is the Scorpios Rex.
Scorpios Rex, yep.
Yes.
The camp crap thing.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. When I first saw the leaks for this one, I was like, what is that? What are they doing? They just keep getting worse. And then when I actually watched the show and saw it in context, not only, which this is for another video topic sometime, which I actually think I might have talked about this in my stream before, but I think this is the best integrated hybrid in terms of just writing like into any plot line, because, long story short, Scorpios Rex, it's got scorpion fish DNA, all of its quills have debilitating venom in them, So anytime anything comes in contact with them, like, you could just get very sick and eventually die in a very short period. One of the kids gets impaled by the quills, and the plot is centered around them avoiding the Scorpios Rex while trying to figure out a cure for the venom. And I'm like, they are actually playing into the ability of this thing and making it a plot point, which they didn't do with either of the other dinosaurs, the hybrids, really.
Are you telling me the Indominus Rex's superpowers were not integral to Mario riding a motorcycle?
No, and I mean, it added to its overall power level, I guess, but it really felt like they were just there to make it sell toys.
Jurassic World would be exactly the same with the Carcharodontosaur in its place.
I mean, yeah. Besides yeah.
Besides the way it breaks out of the enclosure, but just come up with a different way. It'll take 5 seconds.
And I guess when the ACU team couldn't find it, but I mean, you could just have a dinosaur with chameleon skin at that point, and that would just...
There was already a Carnotaurus in your canon from the books that everyone wanted!
Exactly.
Anyway.
And nobody did anything with it. All right.
Anyways.
I originally hated this design. But then I actually sat down, and because I was like, this doesn't look like a dinosaur. And then I was like, that's kind of the point, and this is honestly what I've more been wanting out of the hybrids in the series, because I feel like this is so distinctly not natural looking, even to a general audience's eye, that they can't confuse Indominus Rex or Indoraptor, or like they do with Indominus Rex and Indoraptor with being real dinosaurs, which you see happen all the time now. Like, the amount of kids I've talked to where I'm like, what's your favorite dinosaur? I heard from your parents you like dinosaurs, when I'm like, out with my family in my family's house for holiday or something, and they're just like, oh, Indominus Rex. I'm like, oh, you poor sweet soul.
Sickened, diseased.
Yeah. This has grown on me immensely. I don't think it's a pretty design, but I don't think it's supposed to be. It's ugly in a way that you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not even...
It's deliberately ugly.
It's deliberately ugly.
It looks unnatural. It's not just a generic, cool, edgy theropod.
Exactly. And, I mean, I was going to use that to transition into why I'm also tentatively excited for Jurassic World Rebirth. Is I know, like, it's interesting seeing the community so up in arms about not liking the idea of the four-armed D-Rex, but I'm kind of for it. This series, at the end
That's
of the
what
day...
I always wanted!
Yeah.
Me too.
When I was younger, I was so disappointed by the Indominus Rex's design when it was revealed, because I was like, why is it a theropod?
Yep. I was like, at the end of the day, this series spawned from what was going to be originally just a single film, Jurassic Park, and the whole reason for that movie is it's a commentary on genetic power. It's not even a commentary on dinosaurs themselves or anything. Dinosaurs are the result of the genetic power in the movie. And I think the series, especially in the World Trilogy, has really moved away from that and having something to say about that and just about humanity in general, and it's become about Save the Dinosaurs.
A Jurassic movie hasn't had something new to say about that since the first one.
Yeah, which is another reason I'm excited for Rebirth. Out of all of the sequels we've ever gotten,
might
this
actually
one
do it.
This one might have something to say about genetic power for once.
And I feel like that with genetic power, I think this is a very, like, and during this time period, this is actually like a pretty topical thing.
Yes.
Like, it's like sure, like designer animal. I think I made a joke about. I think when we started this series, like I think it was the day the Dire Wolf stuff started. Oh my! Or like when we.
I think that was episode 2.
No, I think it was episode 1. Maybe it was episode 2. I forget. It's been so long. Oh my goodness! But like, I feel like genetic power and like its ramifications are becoming a very like the constant topic now. It really just like humanity's will to make literally anything and just make it work.
Yep.
And I feel like that the Scorpios and eventually the D-Rex and maybe the Mutodons. I'm concerned about the Mutodons, but like the Scorpios and the D-Rex, I feel like really accidentally communicate just like the things we will do for whatever reason.
Yep. And I mean, I think the concept of the D-Rex really just especially finally fully hammers home this thing is wrong and it shouldn't exist. And it's interesting to me seeing people's reactions to where they're like, I don't want this ugly thing in my dinosaur movie, and I'm like, good, that's the point.
Exactly.
That's kind of the point.
That's the
exactly
whole point
the
of the series, is they're making dinosaurs that appeal to the public, and this thing shouldn't exist.
And it's not supposed to be a dinosaur movie. It's supposed to be a story about genetic tampering and, messing with nature featuring dinosaurs.
Yep.
It's entirely like, even though I like Lost World a lot, I hate to say that it really started with the first sequel, where it was just from then on, it was the dinosaur movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point. It just kind of became the dinosaur franchise, less of the genetic power franchise, with dinosaurs communicating that message.
Yep.
The guy because I like the idea of the designer animal aspect of like a corporatized animal with the Indominus Rex. I think that was a really fun angle. But I think this is a really good like inverse of it, of like, okay, what's horrible and bad about this?
Yeah.
And, there was this
just
video
more creative. And like the other problem with the Indominus is that the
Oh.
Indominus is like an unself-aware summary of the movie Jurassic World itself. Unnecessary and bigger with more teeth.
It's corporate slop at the end of the day.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And now we're getting corporate slop directed by a guy who made a pretty good Godzilla movie.
Exactly.
And the a video of the D-Rex, a video of a toy for the D-Rex is online, and apparently it has an action feature where it like violently shakes and looks very unnatural. And I'm wondering if in the film, if it just gonna like randomly like violently shake and like shudder. If it does that, listen, I think Rebirth could be really good. I'm cautiously optimistic. Optimistic.
I am all for them just making the D-Rex just the most grotesque, unwanted thing on screen. If they want to do that.
Yeah, honestly.
But
maybe like vomits randomly or something. They could do fun things with it.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Like some Zoocosis level stuff from, I don't know if you've seen that game.
I have not.
All right, never mind.
Maybe like as it's moving around, it like starts to fall apart. Like that'd be that'd be crazy. Anyways, Scorpios Rex.
Yeah. But briefly, I think they tried to do that with the Indoraptor, but it just didn't work. Like the Indoraptor had like a weird like little twitch on its side in some scenes, and then it had like some weird like skin like tags, but they never committed to it.
They were too focused on making it look cool and edgy. That design just...
they're like deliberately unappealing.
Yeah, but this thing is not cool or edgy. It's ugly, but it's also just it's kind of ugly in a disturbing way. That I feel like it's a pretty well executed design. I really like its stick legs quite a bit. It looks so long.
I like those bone knobs coming out of its ankles are just something.
But anyway, I've kind of ranted. I've said my piece about hybrids in the series and everything. Frontier skins also just kind of slap for this and make it look. You can make it look like a more of a zombie if you want. I'm gonna give this thing. I never use it in the context of the game though. I'm gonna give it like a high C tier for what it is.
What?
I enjoy it in the context of the series, and if I'm making like some sort of, sometimes I do like a little corner area with hybrids or like with testing stuff, and I put a Scorpius in there, like it's a messed up animal that they're watching, but
that's a good usage for it. About the only usage for it I could imagine in game.
Yeah, it's not an animal I feel like is appropriate to put on display to the public, so I feel like in the context of the series I might give it a slightly higher rating because it's kind of driving home that genetic power narrative more, but in the context of the game it's a little lower for me. So.
Yeah, in the context of the canon, I probably like this one better than the Indominus and the Indoraptor is not hard to beat. No. In context of the game, though, the Indominus is undeniably just like much more attractive, which is why we put it pretty high. I think I'm going to honestly rank this pretty similarly. I'm going to give this low C tier because I appreciate that it's just like a more creative, nasty looking dude. I think the biggest problem with it in game is that I can't imagine using it much in game context. But like for what it's supposed to be, I'll take this over the Indoraptor any day.
Yeah.
S tier. This
What?
is. Yeah.
What?
I think it executes.
No
its
one can
idea.
ever criticize my Deinonychus take again.
Because they're praising the Scorpion. It's like, oh yeah, I'm prepared to like give it an S tier rating. Like C tier, I was like, what?
Well, see, it's countered by the fact for me that it's still just not like super attractive. Like, I guess that's not the point, to be fair.
It's not the point. I think it's just a really great, just like horrible, messed up critter. And I think like honestly, like using it in a park and then kind of like driving home the idea like, oh, this thing shouldn't be on display. Have like a really hideous enclosure for it where it's clearly not happy. Like I just think there's some like there's a lot of ground to cover with this thing, and I feel like it does a really good job. Like there's a lot of narrative potential with it, and I really appreciate it. I feel like the D-Rex wouldn't look like the D-Rex if the Scorpius did not look like the Scorpius. I think we would not get that. And
Well,
I just think it looks great. It has amazing skins. I give it an
The
S
skins
tier.
are putrid in the best way possible.
Oh yeah, it
Yes.
complements the scrungliness of it.
All right,
This
well,
is the best tier
I'm
design
just,
for me.
that's such a wide spread. I'm almost unsure of how to even it out. I'm just gonna put it
Probably
in
top of
low A
B.
next to the Indominus.
Do that.
Okay.
That works.
That's where the Indominus is.
And just for clarity's sake, I think if I was rating in terms of just like general canon for Jurassic, I might put this thing in like a low S or a high A. I mean, I think the only thing dragging it back is the fact that it was part of Camp Cretaceous, so that tonally it wasn't the best. But as far as how it was written into the canon, like it's good. I like it.
I love that there's just another one that just shows up in the show and then it dies in the visitor center.
Yeah.
Like immediately after it shows. That freaking Camp Cretaceous, I swear.
I also kind of like there's the second skin.
That
for the other
that
one.
looks way better. That looks a lot better.
I like that, yeah. I also like, too, that for most of the show, from what I remember, it goes by the name E750, because that was the specimen name for it, before they actually gave it, like, a
That's
species name.
so much less lame than Scorpios Rex.
Yeah, Scorpios Rex is... I think it's okay. It's not...
I think it's
certainly
fine.
no, like, Indoraptor
It's no
or whatever.
worse than Indominus.
It's no.
Maybe-
it sounds
or
very...
maybe it's just-
Diablos or any of these.
Honestly, if it was just like Scorpios, not just Scorpios Rex,
Or just Scorpios.
Indominus Rex,
yeah,
Indoraptor
they can't
Rex,
stop putting the Rex.
Oh,
suffix
Distortus
on all of
Rex.
By the way, I was just gonna say, did you not hear that? It's not Diablos Rex. It's Distortus Rex for the new hybrid. Is the name of it?
them. Distortus?
Distortus.
Yes.
Okay.
And I kind of
That's
love it.
better?
Yeah, I kind of.
And
better.
the other name for the other critter of the movie is the Mutodon. Because it's the
Yeah, I heard about the
Pteranodon.
Mutodon. And I was just like, Mutos.
Anyways, that was Scorpius Rex, and we're on to Segisaurus next.
Segi? I thought it was Segi. Okay.
Or
I
Segi.
thought it was Seji as well, but I'm not sure, to be fair.
Ooh.
This is my favorite skin for it. I love it.
That's nice.
Hold
Hold on, I gotta Google. What is this animal?
It
It's
is
the basal.
a Coelophysoid?
Like, yeah, it's a Coelophysoid. I think it's a
okay,
basal
okay.
Coelophysoid.
It's from the books again. That's why it's here.
That makes sense. It has that energy to it.
Yep. And this also was one of the last creatures added to this game because fans were asking for it because they have most of the other novel creatures in.
Oh, dude, that's wild. It's named after Seji Canyon in Arizona, which is spelled with a silent T, but they took out the silent T for the name. A paleontologist removed a silent letter at the beginning of a name to make it more pronounceable. That is so out of character.
That is so atypical.
That is, yeah. Honestly, I think visually I'd like the name better with the T there, though. That
I would too.
kind of slap.
They dumbed
Yeah.
it down.
They did.
Oh,
anyways.
thank goodness. Wikipedia has told me how big it is in comparison to a house cat.
Well, okay. Oh, I thought you meant Wikipedia in general, not Segisaurus.
Oh, yeah. What is the size of Wikipedia in comparison to a house cat?
Anyways, Segisaurus. I really like it. It's another kind of... It falls into the same boat as like the Pteranodon and the Coelophysis in this game. It brings the same energy. Even Proceratosaurus, it has the same rig as that. But it is substantially smaller than them. It's sort of between the Compy and the Coelophysis, so it has a unique size profile.
That's
cool. It's kind of, I'm gonna be real, the sculpt is kind of boring. It's just generic Coelophysoid, but the skins absolutely slap. As you see with this one, very tree froggy, which I like. There's even just some really unique patterns you could find. Like this one I just found with like green and
if
red
you
on
like
it.
tree frog colors, new SpinoDude Beelzebuffe coming soon.
Oh yeah, there you go. They might be out by the time this video goes up.
They might be.
That may just have been very out of date.
You might.
You
have been.
probably were.
I mean, even that is just nice. Just that I think it's not even the colors; it's the shaping of the patterns on this one. There's really nothing else like it in the game. It's very bubbly and very amphibious, which I kind of enjoy. I really like the little splotch of blue on his nose there.
Yeah, that's really fun.
I love these guys as just filler in my enclosures, especially with this. This is one of my favorite skin combos in the whole game. I'm just throwing it in like a low A tier. It's a very uninspiring creature in general, but the skins really save it, and I just like that I could throw it in wherever I want.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give this one like a low A, 'cause yeah, it's not the most exciting dinosaur or model, but the skins are great, and I could see like this just seems extremely usable for park building to have these little dudes around.
Yeah, no, they're really fun species to have in the little enclosures. Even though they are a little hard to see, I will say, but it's a fun design. I give it like a somewhere in A tier. Yeah. Somewhere in A tier. I like it better than the Coelophysis.
So is that a somewhere in A? And then David, did you also give it a low A specifically?
Yeah, low A for me.
Okay. I'll put it next to
that's
the professional Ceratosaurus.
Cool.
That feels right.
That feels right, yeah.
Oh no, is it next? Okay, good. No,
We've got a banger next. An absolute banger.
Oh, the man. The penguin.
Oh, the skins.
Oh,
Even just
that's so good.
Yeah, Shonisaurus for you, Eric.
Shonisaurus, big ichthyosaur guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about this one. This is one of those designs that just speaks for itself. Absolutely stunning representation of Shonisaurus. I mean, it's missing a dorsal fin on its back, but it has in most depictions. But that doesn't bother me too much. I just think it looks really good, and the skins slap. I love it. You can have like emperor penguin colors here. You just have the basic paleoart colors, dude. You can make this thing purple and blue.
Gosh, it's like a galaxy.
There's so much you can do with this. It's crazy. Top of S tier. One of my favorite creatures in the game. The DLC, the aquatic DLC, this thing came out and just was like the best thing ever. That's so.
It was banger.
It
It was a banger. A banger and a Nodosaurus, but the rest of it.
But even the Nodo isn't like a dud. He's just like
he's just there. He's fine.
It's just there.
He doesn't take away that much. Like, yeah, I remember you, David, like streaming the game to me after that update happened, showing me the creatures, and I was just like madly impressed. I was like, how did they do this?
How did they do this?
That's actually really fun with like the faded skin and then like the really bold pattern. Yeah. It looks like weathered in a way.
But yeah, I am also going to say specifically, literally, the top of S tier. I think this is bar none just my favorite dude so far. Like, this is so good. And I love Shonisaurus, Himalayasaurus, all the, like, ichthyosaurs in this weird little family of just giant ichthyosaurs. It's such cool animals, and this is just... and if the design wasn't solid already, like, the skins just push it over the top. It's amazing.
Yep.
Look at the blue. Top of S tier. Incredible ichthyosaur design. So gorgeous. So pretty. I can't fathom this exists in a Jurassic World media. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, how?
Yeah, for real. This looks like it's out of Prehistoric Kingdom.
It does.
Basically. Oh, it's so amazing. Oh, I would hate being in the water with it, though. Oh, my goodness. It like, even though like I feel like in the lagoons the size can be a little hard to pinpoint, but like you could just feel this animal. The purple without the pattern was gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Oh my,
that's really
that's
nice.
so. Oh. Oh,
Well,
look at
we
it. Like, it's just,
officially have one that has overtaken the Ignirid.
oh,
So
yeah.
I think just for the fact you can
Top-Notch here.
see this one very clearly whenever you're playing the game
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
delight.
Yes, it's so big.
Just the grays.
and of
Oh,
course
that's
the
fun,
Dunk and the
too.
Archelon are super close up to it as well. Just an amazing lineup.
Over little pack. Yeah.
Awesome.
What a great guy. Oh,
On the
oh,
other end
no.
of the spectrum.
Oh, we have 2 of these tonight.
Ready to rumble?
I think we're bookending the entire tier list right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna die.
I'm right there with you.
Oh.
I will see.
I'm going to restrain all my words until it's my turn.
Oh,
Gibson,
okay.
I'm going to give you the floor with this one.
You know
harped
what?
On this one
Yeah.
on the channel.
Yes.
I've harped on the channel enough on this thing before. The literal bottom of the tier list, F tier, it is disgusting. Go ahead, Gibson.
We've literally gone from the top to the bottom. Okay, so like, I mean, first of all, this is like even worse than the movie CGI model somehow, or maybe I just haven't seen it in a while.
It's crusty.
Like, it's
No, it
so. So this is for context for everyone. I have been waiting to get to the damn Spinoceratops since episode 1 of this stupid podcast. Like, I have just been thinking almost solely about this thing the entire time, because this is, bar none, my most hated Jurassic canon design. I think just my most hated Jurassic design, period. It's hard to say what's objectively the worst, right? And there are multiple valid contenders, but I know what my least favorite is, and it's the Spinoceratops. Like, and yes, I know it's supposed to be Pachyrhinosaurus. First of all, it's even worse if it's a Pachyrhinosaurus, but also that they called it a Spinoceratops. They had the balls to call this a Spinoceratops, so I'm going to judge it as a Spinoceratops. And I mean, where do you even start? Like, the face looks like an elasmotherium with, like, the huge thick horn, like, in the middle of the head. And the frill is gigantic. It has holes in it for no reason. Like, oh, my God. Like, literally,
That's because they referenced Patchy from the Walking with Dinosaurs movie.
Yes.
When they were designing
It's
it.
They
so
invoked a worse
bizarre.
thing.
And you can see the other relic of it being a Pachyrhinosaurus that has, like, the lacustae little hornlets coming out of the forehead, which just make
Yeah,
it worse. It has so many random weird spikes and stuff. It's just, the head is so disproportionate and ugly and strange, and the head is the best part of it. Because the body is even worse. Like, make it walk again. Make it show off its freaking.
Make it
Look
run.
at
Make it suffer.
The shoulders. The shoulders don't have tumors. They are tumors. And the body is so awkward and long, and the tail is so long you could use it as a bridge between Hawaii and the continental U.S. Like, this thing is just, and Spinoceratops, while very fragmentary, is such a cool ceratopsid, and there are so many great reconstructions of it. The BOTM design just slaps
stunning.
and made me fall in love even harder with the animal. And, well, in fact, it made me fall in love with it, period, because it had always been a genocide very much overlooked because it's not that popular. I mean, unfortunately, its most, like, notable sort of appearance in pop culture is this
Long
thing.
run.
So, like, yeah, and especially after the BOTM figure happened and, like, I, realized how cool Spinoceratops could be, like, it just made me hate this thing all the more. And again, like, the head is kind of the obvious thing to harp on because of the holes and just the inaccurate ornamentation, and it just looks bizarre. But, like, the body is what really sold me on it when I just started noticing how ugly and bulbous and tumorous and elongated and sausagey and just disgusting everything.
Is crazy.
It's both, though. It's both. Like, the body is so terrible. Yeah, I mean, bottom of F tier, the worst animal in the entire ever. I hate it. I think that's it. I think that's my complete rant. Yeah, there you go.
I think the name of the episode should be Your Limbs Are Tumors.
Its shoulders are tumors.
Its shoulders.
I think is the title.
Write that down in the chat, and this will be the thumbnail.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. Okay. Yeah, I have. It looks like if the Apatosaurus was a sack of potatoes, this is a sack of like, you know what? It's like a really old grape that's like shriveled and like disheveled. It gives like I don't
That
even
skin
know.
is giving reef back somehow, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
It's giving. Oh, look at the like. It's not even like, oh, it's inaccurate. Therefore, it's bad.
Wait,
Like,
it has
no,
binocular
this.
vision.
Oh my.
It can chase me?
It's like
This thing
it's
can
like
hunt me.
I struggle to like articulate it. It's like it's purple and it's gross and it's stupid and it's round and it's saggy.
When we talked about the Giga, I was like, this can be so easily summarized as just dumb or whatever. Like, occasionally you hit those designs where you're just like, oh, there's one adjective that just perfectly sums it up. There is no singular adjective to describe how disgusting this Sinoceratops is. You need, like, at least 20, as we have well demonstrated.
Oh my gosh! It look, you know that for the viewers of the show. Remember that video we did of the worst dinosaur toys, where like the person threw it off a building and then like right over with the car. That's what I would do that to this thing.
I feel that.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh,
Actually,
it's, like I feel like I could touch it. Like I feel like I could press the body. It would just like fold in on itself. Like the skin would just like collapse under me. There's no organs in this thing. No organs.
It looks like, even though I'm watching it move with like an actual like hand animated animation, if it wasn't moving, my brain would immediately assume that it was going to move like one of those AI videos where it's like a person just like wiggling and deforming.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh.
It
You know what's
like
even
that.
funnier? I actually
What?
forgot I wanted to mention this when we got to Sinoceratops. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there is a Frontier live stream after the first Jurassic World Evolution game launched where they got Colin Trevorrow on the live stream, and the dinosaur they released from the hatchery was Sinoceratops. And Colin, while he was talking, paused and said, "Oh yeah, Sinoceratops, beautiful animal." Anyways, and I was like, my guy.
you know what? I don't
Really?
disagree with him. Beautiful animal. The real one.
Yeah, no, but he even said, no, that's what he said. He goes, Sinoceratops, beautiful animal, Cretaceous China. Yeah, anyways. And I was like,
China. Why did he specify that?
I don't know.
It's because we really needed to know that Colin is on top of his paleontology. That sums it
You know,
up.
it looks like if you took apart a bunch of BOTM ceratopsians and like had like the small body and put like the large legs on it and put the large tail on it. Like it just
But like
looks so
specifically like the biceps from the big Triceratosaurus, but then the forearms from like a small one.
Yep.
yeah. And the tail point like the central or something.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
not.
that would be a
it's
Tyrannosaur
not-
tail.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
It's like the Tarbo's tail or something.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back to another banger. We're getting a break here.
Oh,
Sinoceratops.
thank goodness.
We are going from top to bottom,
It's an emotional roller coaster.
because there's another Sinoceratops in a minute. And it's like,
Yeah, we have to get through the final.
Wait, is this one not on the tier list?
it should be.
No, it's a hybrid. We'll get to that in a second.
No, the one we're looking at right now.
Yeah, the Sinoceratops.
Is it not?
Oh, never mind. I found it.
I think it's
Okay,
good,
really
good.
blind.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on that one.
I was looking for the I was going to call it the canon coloration, the accurate coloration.
It is.
I mean, it is canon.
Yeah, Sinoceropteryx came from another banger DLC, the Feathered DLC with the J-Holopterus and the Dinochirus in it. I mean, this was kind of an unexpected addition, I'm not going to lie. I feel like Sinoceropteryx was kind of the talk of the town as like the feathered dinosaur in a lot of books I had growing up. And then it kind of fell off, and then when we found its colors again, like, it's just been the talk of the town. Or not again, but when we found its colors, using studying the melanosomes and the beautifully preserved fossil we have, this is basically it. And they put it in the game. It had like a raccoon mask, it had these little speckles, it had the ringtails, and we knew it was an orangey color, and that's really cool that we can achieve that with any prehistoric animal, with the technology we have. This is just, I mean, the feet might be a tiny bit on the large side, but I don't care. This
Probably.
is probably, yeah, I don't care.
That's in keeping with like the design ethos of the game.
It's true, yeah. Yeah, but
it kind of gives like those. It kind of lets those baby birds have like the giant feet.
Yeah.
Like I think I can excuse it.
Yeah, exactly. This is gorgeous. This feels like it could have jumped out of paleo art. And I like that you can have the accurate colors, but you can still pick between anything that you want as well. I wish the ringtail also changed with the pattern though, which is a big disappointment on my part. Even without a pattern, it looks really good. Top of S tier for me. I mean, I still think Shonisaurus is better and stuff. So like in that general area, but
yeah,
I still think this deserves to be near the top. It's a very pretty design, and it's also extremely cute. Those big black eyes are kind of to die for. Like look at that guy, he's so cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like a high but not quite tippity top of S tier. 'Cause yeah, I mean it's just good.
Oh look!
It's just good little fluffy. Oh, that's such a good animation.
I love how he holds his tail.
He's so silly. Look at him.
Yeah,
He
this
gets so
thing's great.
distracted. Bro's literally me.
It's so cute.
Yeah, like high
I want to
S.
hold it. I want to hold it, and he probably rip my hand off. But like he's just such a little guy. Oh, look at him! Look at him! He's biting his tail again.
That's so cute.
There is one brain cell in there, and it's not working great.
Orange cat energy.
It does keep orange cat. Top of S tier. No notes. It's literally perfect.
I love it.
There you go.
Oh no, not again.
We have one more to get through.
Ugh.
This
Not
thing is
as
so much.
horrible.
It's so genuinely easier on the eyes than the normal one.
It is. The texturing is so much better.
Yeah, the texturing helps a lot. Just smoothing it out and making it look like it's from like an inferior game. It helps.
This is kind of cool, though. I will say that.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, we have a...
What a whimsical creature.
Now, here's my problem with this, is like... This is a canon creature, by the way. This is a canon design from Camp Cretaceous. These are the two. We have Rebel and we have Angel, the two named ones that they found in the lab. One of my favorite facts about this is that the babies don't have nostrils in the show, which is really funny.
They don't?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Also, I'm
That's so, like, horrific.
Oh,
Wait,
the ear.
The ear
Oh my
is
gosh,
in-
the
on
ear.
the frill.
Oh no. Wait, go back to the other side. Wait, go back to the other Sino. I want to see if that's in the right spot.
Yeah,
No, like
the
go,
normal
yeah.
Spinoceratops. Yeah, I need to know if that's...
It's just
that an
earless
ear?
with an implied ear. Look at it
Guess he
stay.
just
Look at it staying
doesn't
there
have
like
one.
an idiot.
My problem with this conceptually is just the fact that somebody had the opportunity to come up with a new hybrid design for the cannon. This came out after the Scorpios Rex, by the way. And they were
That makes it a lot worse.
Yeah, they were like, okay, let's take one of the worst base designs, or the worst base design in the entire Jurassic canon, and let's take one of the coolest base designs in the entire canon, and just take, like, the sail from that and put it on the back of the worst design. And I'm
That's
just
basically
like,
what happened.
that's basically all that happened. It's just the sail from Spinosaurus on top of Sinoceratops. And it's such an uninspired name, too. You literally just add a P to Sinoceratops.
I'll give it clever for the name. Like purposefully, mashing together two names that like you can combine really easily.
Yeah, which I mean, in my opinion, it should have been a theropod base with a Spinosaurus that has like a horn and a beak and a frill on the back of its head or something.
That'd be crazy.
I think that would be kind
That
of
would have been
cool.
wild.
Insane.
That being said, this is a lot easier on the eyes than the other Sinoceratops, and the skins are genuinely, like, the patterns are genuinely gorgeous. Like, these...
Yeah, why are they going so hard?
Why does it go so hard? Why are they wasted on this thing? low key.
For real.
Literally.
When are you ever gonna use this?
Yeah, I never use it. I give this thing, for the skins, I'll give it the top of D tier. Or mid D tier. I'll go mid D tier.
Mid D.
But if the skins were broke, then I'd just, if the skins were bad, I'd just throw it in an F. But it does have really nice skins, and the glowing one is really fun.
Yeah, I think it's certainly easier on the eyes than the normal Sinoceratops, just mostly for textural reasons, but it still has a lot of the same fundamental design problems, and it's such a lazy, goofy hybrid. I'm feeling top of F tier.
You know what?
I'm feeling like...
Bring mine down there.
You're just agreeing.
Yeah.
I put it in D tier because it's not like it's like offensively bad. It's just like I don't care for it. Some kid watched Cretaceous and then they saw it in the game and they probably got really excited. So like he's not like abhorrent. Like,
yeah, honestly, the biggest thing he has going for him is just a kind of dumb innocence. Like, I can't be that mad at this.
It keeps stupid.
Look at it.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it has good skins. Like, why? I can consider it has the best skins of any Ceratops in the game.
It does.
And I hate it for that.
It does.
Oh, why are you right?
It does. I hate that.
Yeah, this is a fat, like a pinnacle of D tier.
Okay.
I guess I'll just put it kind of the bottom of D. Oh, it's going by the bad Oranosaurus.
Oh gosh.
We have a fun one.
Tyrannosaurus. Oh gosh.
Spinoraptor.
So many emotions.
Are they positive? Who knows?
I don't know yet.
This is like the only non-canon hybrid that I'm just gonna say I full on love. I think it just looks really cool, and I think one thing about it too is like it. I know I talked about I don't like the fact that the Indominus and the especially the Indoraptor is being tailored to look like more like a normal dinosaur, if that makes sense. This I feel like does that, but in the context of this game where you're bioengineering these things to be put on display for people, like this just is an appealing amalgamation of two dinosaurs. Like it's clearly a Jurassic Park Velociraptor with an elongated snout, a notch-ish in its mouth, and then a sail on its back. And it's just kind of cool. It also
how big is it in game? I'm just curious.
It's approximately baryonyx sized in the game.
Okay,
so
that
it's
makes
pretty
sense.
Big. Its sound design slaps. It has some Velociraptor and some Spino in there, but its main like roar is actually somebody creaking a glass door against like a wooden floor. And they
oh really?
Oh, that's cool.
They did an audio engineering live stream for Jurassic World Evolution 1, and
oh, that's really cool.
yeah, they revealed that this one has creaking glass door against wooden floor, and then the Suchomimus, which we'll get to, has beluga whale as its base.
Does it?
Yeah, but yeah,
I think. But quick side note, I think JWE1 and JWE2 got awards for their sound design, and not for like the dinosaur sound design, but like the UI design, which like deserved. Like the UI, the UI in this game is like excellent, like really wonderful stuff.
It is very good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like, I feel like this is one of those more realistic-looking dinosaur hybrid designs that if it showed up in a movie, I wouldn't be mad. I just think it looks cool. And I feel like it takes advantage of the two animals that it hybridizes together at a decent capacity. I'm gonna give this one a high B tier. No, low A tier. Low A. I like it.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
I remembered liking this one more. I don't know why. Seeing it again, I'm not finding it. Even the little picture on the tier list, I was like, oh yeah, that one looks pretty cool. But seeing it again in game, I don't know why. I'm just not quite digging it as much. But it's not bad. Like it's fairly attractive looking. I mean, it's kind of what you would want and expect from a Spinosaurus Dromaeosaurus combo in this canon. I think it's pretty solid. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan personally of like most of these more like on the nose two animals mashed together hybrids, but this one looks fine for it, I guess. I'm gonna go the bottom of B tier.
Okay.
I don't know. It's a guy. He's pretty. I just don't really like care. It's like it's a hybrid, all right. Yeah. I'm probably gonna like this more than the Mutodon. So, low B tier as well. I think.
Cool. I'll put it like. Ooh, I'm gonna break up the Brachiosauruses with him because I can.
And we're ending with, this isn't special to me in any way at all. This dinosaur.
No.
No. Anyway, Spinosaurus, Eric, if you couldn't tell. We're ending this episode this week, and then next week we'll definitely aim to be our last one.
For sure.
If we don't finish this next episode, go on, David.
I'll lead someone.
Sure.
At some point in my life, I will do so. Not soon. I
will eat the Winds of Winter when or if it comes out.
Sure.
Comment down below if you get that reference.
What was it?
It's past now.
Okay.
Anyways, this guy right here, I'm not going to harp on it for too long. This is the entire reason that I'm into dinosaurs today. My parents showing me scenes from Jurassic Park 3. I liked it just as much as dinosaurs just as much as any other kid, and then I was like, what is that thing that's bigger than a T-Rex with a crocodile head and a sail on its back? That looks so cool. And from there, I just spawned an interest in learning more about dinosaurs. This just as a design, I think, just looks so mean and so cool without having spikes or like overdone scoots or anything. It's such a good design. And there's a reason
it's effortlessly cool looking.
It's effortlessly cool looking.
It's not trying to be edgy.
It's not. I feel like no matter how much Spinosaurus changes, this design is going to be timeless for a reason. It's so good. And I know people were saying that the concept art like was in left lateral view or whatever for this one before they made
they goofed,
and they think they goofed and gave it like eyebrow crest instead of one midline crest when they were designing it. But I honestly don't mind it. I kind of like the little double ridge there on the above the eyes.
They're an iconic part of it now. I mean,
And also, this is a design that fully pulls off the cat eyes. I don't know what it is about it, but it just looks so good.
No kidding. I've never questioned them.
Yep.
It's just like, no, that works.
And the colors, the color slap. I mean, the brown with the reddish browns and the vertical striping on the face that transitions into this one stripe with like the almost Egyptian hieroglyphic looking blue patterning on the sail is so cool.
It just like there's like fresco on its back. Yeah. Almost.
And then also just the other skins you can make in this game are really cool.
They are.
Cool variety. You can just make a full purple Spino if you want. I still just go with this one because I can't pull myself away from it. Also, the sound design slaps, and I also have to give props to Frontier in this game as opposed to the last one. The last game, Spino, for Jurassic World Evolution 1, was pretty good. I feel like it was a good approximation of the model from the movie, but they went above and beyond and completely remodeled this one for this game to make it even closer to the Jurassic Park 3 design. And they even did a TLC update for it. I think right when the aquatic DLC came out, and they added like the neck snap animation when it kills large theropods and stuff like that.
They changed its release animation as well. I think a few like random things they added to make it like.
Oh
just,
yeah.
They were just like, you know what? Let's just upgrade the Spinosaurus because why not? And it's just like, yeah, I love that.
Yeah, they were just upgraded it even more. And one thing that was really cool too, and fun fact, actually, for people who don't know, but the first game, the Spinosaurus did not have the sound design from the movies. It was completely unique and very generic. Mm-hmm. And people were like, why? And they had to go back. And there's also Camp Cretaceous when this design shows up. It does not have the sounds from Jurassic Park 3, even though it's the same design. And people are like, why? Come to find out, the engineering studio that did the sound design for all of Jurassic Park 3's dinosaurs, particularly Spinosaurus is the standout here, burnt down, and all of the files went with it. So we don't have the original files for these, but Frontier went above and beyond for the fans because they complained, and went in the movies and actually ripped out the sounds and mixed them with like some new bassier sounds to make sure they sounded integrated and everything, and put them in the game. So this thing properly has like the sounds from the movie. That's so
cool.
I am so curious what sounds the Rebirth Spino are gonna make. Like, I have a feeling, like, if they make the classic sounds, that makes it really fun. But
at least if they mix it in there, like, there's little flavorings of it, that would just be a cool reference, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean...
It's fascinating that, like, the original creature sounds from JP3 are, like, lost media.
They are. Yeah. It's kind of crazy.
They're gone.
I mean, everything...
It's wild.
Everything... Anytime we want to replicate them, we have to just rip them from the movie or from other media that already ripped them.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that being said, this is just somewhere in S tier for me. This design is like my child. I will take this thing to my grave. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, I know that's a lot of it is bias because I'm just like, I am in the boat. I am in the boat where I am like that Marvel fan, you know, when Captain America shows up or something in one of the movies. If this thing shows up in Rebirth, I don't care if it's under the dumbest context, I will cry in the theater. Like, that's just where I'm at.
That's a take.
You brave man-child.
I'm not saying I want it to. I'm just saying if it does, and I'm in the theater getting to see this thing on screen.
If it does, you simply have no control over what happens next.
I don't. I'm going to lose my mind. So yeah, somewhere in S tier. I'm not going to put it at the top because I don't think that's fair per se. But for me, it's such a good. It has such a good design ethos, especially for the time, and it looks and sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodness gracious. I mean, everything you said. It's just a very attractive design. I love how you described it as timeless because I do think.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the penultimate. Or not even the penultimate. This is the peak. This is the final epitome of, you know, the magical era when Jurassic canon designs were just solid 90s dinosaur designs with occasional quirks. Like, it's easy to forget that the designs for the first 3 movies were just like solid paleo art for the most part.
Yeah,
for the most part.
And it wasn't until Jurassic World that they started really getting dumb. And that doesn't mean that all the old designs are good, but like they were all, you know, respectable attempts for the most part. And this thing just works super well. And yeah, I think looking at what we have in S tier, I'm going to be slightly more reserved, and I'm going to say I would give this the very top of A tier.
That's very fair.
I agree, and I agree with the fact that it's A tier, top of A tier. Also, it's timeless. It's just such a timeless design. It's like, yeah, that's the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3, and that's what it is. And it's just so iconic for that reason, I think. And I think it's kind of poetic that once the kind of like good design ethos from the Jurassic Park films like faded away, with Rebirth and like a very like more classic style to going into these into designing the dinosaurs, Spinosaurus also comes back with them. I feel as though it's a bit of the harbinger of that, and I think it's
kind of full
and then
circle.
for a dinosaur that just like a dinosaur that also just kind of represents change, and
Yeah.
I hate the jokes. They're like, it's getting a new upgrade this year. Like, shut up. Like it's just an animal that shows our progress of understanding of science, and I really think that like comparing this like even like to the regrowth Spinosaurus, like we've just known so much more about Spinosaurus since this design was made. I think that's just so special, and I think I made a joke in the last episode about the Raptor not having any societal context. This Spinosaurus has societal context.
Yeah.
So I give it an high A tier for me.
I also
Also,
have
the animation techniques are so cool. I love this. It's so good. I can eat it.
It's really good. I am also just to kind of expound on that note you had about it changing over time. Not to get sappy for a moment, but I think I grew even more of an attachment to Spinosaurus for myself personally over the years, like even through all of the frustrating years where people are like, it's so dumb if it's your favorite dinosaur, we don't even know what it is kind of thing. But that's the reason why I held on to it, is because I feel like me, throughout my life, obviously I've done so much growing as a person, and I feel like this dinosaur as a symbol of me, of this paleontology and everything surrounding dinosaurs being such a big part of who I am. I feel like Spinosaurus is the perfect favorite dinosaur for me, because it's just like, as I'm growing and I'm finding out more of who I am as a person, this thing has followed me and is also growing into what the animal actually was. And I feel like it poetically is trying not to put on this mask of like movie monster anymore, or put on this mask of like, pretending to be something I'm not, and finding peace with what I am, or who I am, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
There's something to be said for that. But anyways, I've talked about it enough now.
David is a North African Spinosaurid confirmed.
Dude, I wish I wouldn't have
a cryptic Spinosaurid?
I wouldn't have to pay taxes. That's the plus.
You also would have gone extinct a long time ago and been blown up in World War II.
It's kind of metal, though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean that as a bad thing.
Yeah,
I thought
like,
that was
that's
pretty cool.
Well, maybe the Spinosaurus has as much societal context as getting blown up in World War II, then maybe that means that we'll get blown up in World War II. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Anyways, Spinosaurus in A tier, yeah.
I think that's perfect. But yeah, I mean,
I'm going to put it at the very tippity top of A tier.
Heck yeah.
Hooray.
But yes, thank you everybody for watching or listening or whatever you're doing. Eric, keep your eyes on the road. Use your turn signal. Thank you. And
look in your blind spot, Eric.
Look in your
Check your blind spot.
Yeah, look in your blind spot. I'm there, Eric.
Yeah, look in your blind spot. We're sitting there in little like folding deck chairs.
Yes.
Anyways, anything you each want to add before we go?
Have a great day.
I'm hungry and I'm gonna get food once we're done.
Same.
That's my addition.
And then we'll probably talk about figures that we can't afford for a little bit after this.
Yes.
Of course.
Anyways.
Thank you,
All right.
everybody. We'll catch you next time for the last one. Bye.